Redesigned for 2013, the Hyundai Genesis R-Spec is a purpose-built sports car. Front engine, rear-wheel drive, and enough power to kick the tail out and get you where you're going in a hurry. But there's a lot of stiff competition. So how does it fare? Let's find out. Well, in terms of its looks, I think it looks like a lot of late model sport coupes, in particular, the Infiniti. Of course, to me, that's a good thing. I like its look. It emulates power and speed. Check out those Brembo brake calipers. You know this car means business. Overall, I think the shape really works. It looks modern and fast. Inside, the redesigned interior is a good combination of sporty and Spartan with just enough luxury. The part leather and part cloth seats really hold you in well. I think Hyundai makes a very comfortable seat. I also like the color. Power windows and door locks plus keyless entry, and everything you need and nothing you don't. Controls for the radio and Bluetooth right on the steering wheel. A very large tachometer and speedometer, plus an information screen right in front of you. The console features deep storage, also 2 cup holders. There's the 6-speed manual shifter. You have a hookup for your auxiliary, iPod, and USB here. Above it, temperature control. And look, fuel consumption, torque, and oil temperature. This is a purpose-built car. Above it, you have the infotainment screen that controls your radio. I think Hyundai pulled off the interior redesign well, especially like the two-tone look. That look carries over well to the back, where 2 can fit comfortably, and maybe 3 in a pinch, but headroom could be a problem. The trunk is larger than you might expect, with a nice low liftover too. Power comes from a 3.8 liter GDI dual CVVT V6 engine, which produces 348 horsepower with premium gas and 344 horsepower with regular. Torque is rated at 295 pound-feet at 5,300 RPM. That'll scoot you to 60 in just 5.3 seconds. Fuel economy is rated at 27 miles per gallon on the highway and 18 in the city. You can expect 21 miles per gallon overall, plus a cruising range of about 300 miles per tank. So the Hyundai Genesis R-Spec starts at $28,750. By the time you add destination, you're at $29,675. So under $30K for that exhaust tone and a lot of power. Seems like a fair deal. A lot of competition out there, but there's also a lot of power in this car. So the R-Spec has been redesigned for 2013 inside and out. You've got direct injection for the engine, and you also have a new sportier look. You also have an interior that they've really tried to step up the materials a bit. So that's what's new for 2013. Also what's new, unfortunately, is it costs a bit more, $2,000 to be precise. But hey, you get what you pay for. Well, coming up to a bend like this one is just a great feeling in the R-Spec Hyundai Genesis here. It's got gobs of power and you never feel wanting. And when you throw it into a turn, it responds. Definitely predictable and definitely nice grip levels too. Only 0.89 on the skid pad, but it feels better than that. And with those Brembo brakes, you know that you can stop too when you need to. Set yourself up for the corners and get through as quickly as possible. That's what it's all about in a race-tuned car. So a lot of stiff competition for the R-Spec from the Scion FRS. Now I've tested that on the road and track. You can find my review of that one. But basically, the Scion FRS is at a lower price point, $25K to start, and it does not have this much power. It might feel a little underpowered compared to this one, the R-Spec, but it's also easier to reach the limits on that one. This one has higher limits and higher levels of performance. Now the 370Z, I've also recently tested that one. A little more expensive for that one, but you do get a certain level of performance very similar to this one. However, to really feel like you're in a race-tuned sports car for the track, you probably have to move up to the Nismo version. Moving on to the American competition from the Mustang and the Camaro, which I've tested, both the SS and the RS, which is really the competition for this one, with the 6-cylinder engine. Well, to me, those cars are bigger, you know? They have a lot of horsepower and they produce great sounds. They have great performance, but to me, this is a much more purpose-built sports car. It's also smaller, more chuckable. You know, the Americans are known for their front engine, rear-wheel drive, big engines, lots of horsepower, lots of sound, and to me, it's just a different audience. People that want the Hyundai R-Spec Genesis are going to rush to the Hyundai dealer, and people that want American muscle are going to rush to those dealers. Well, the moon is aglow, as is the dash, and I like it. The night look is good. That's not the only glow. In fact, listen to this. The engine has a fire-breathing glow. What a great tone. So complaints are few, but to me they include the shifter, which has a strange shape to it, a strange feel even. It's kind of like a hearse shifter and maybe a Dodge Challenger, which is there for a purpose, but in this car I prefer something that feels a little better. And also, the ride is very stiff, sometimes jarring depending on quality of the road. But while that might be a negative for whoever your passenger is, as the driver, hey, that's what you bought this car for. So after all is said and done, how does the Hyundai R-Spec stack up to the competition? Well, as I said, it definitely holds its own against the competition. This is a purpose-built car. This is a purpose-built sports car. Front engine, rear-wheel drive, plenty of power. You can have a lot of fun with this car. It's amazing the power it has out of turns and just the overall feel. It's just fun to drive. It gives you great feedback. It provides a very nice sound, and more importantly, it's unique. You know, like I said, there's going to be some people that want American muscle. You know, there's going to be some people that want a Z car, but the Hyundai has definitely come out and said, hey, look at me, you know, I'm something special, and the R-Spec is the most special of all. I'm Drivin Ivan Katz.